Okay, I think we're good to go here. Welcome to the stream. I'm Neozar. This is my 103 hard with pause win streak. And that's going through 3 cycles now, so all 28 ships 3 times in random order. And then we're almost all the way through the 4th one now. Got 9 ships left. And most of them are decently good. And let's see, last time we did the Rock B, I believe. And we did random, we got Zoltan A next, which is the last Zoltan ship we need. Going with the Shelled this time. Snail. Peanut. And a Nautilus. It's a good range of creatures. I guess Snail and Nautilus are not too far apart, but, you know, we don't need to go crazy here. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get the picture of me measuring the screen. Well, I realized, I was talking about I want to get a cam set up, so when I have that set up, you'll be able to see me measure it in real time. But I mentioned it to my wife, and she said she could do it, but I kind of just forgot about it. So I'll have to do that for sure. Let's see, Shelled, enabled, hard, Snail, Peanut, Nautilus. All right. So I mean, this is definitely a top tier ship. It's the one that most people love. It makes me nervous. I've had some bad experiences with this ship. Zoltan, that's a Zoltan. It's a rough one. Man, you get along with my oldest sister. She's just like pun obsessed as well. So I feel like I just take them in stride now. But anyway, so this ship, if you watched my stream and seen me talk about this ship, you might know. I've had 2 different runs. I don't have any losses on it, but I've had 2 runs that had really bad times. One was just the first jump was really bad. I lost 16 hull before managing to run away, and I didn't even get the other ship Zoltan shield down. And like, to be fair, it was definitely like a nasty ship, but the halberd and was like a real liability there with how slow it is. Because there's just like no way to get it up. And then the Zoltan's like health problems and the venting with fires and stuff in here was an issue there. And then I had another run farther back that was it's my 3,500 score run with less than 1,000 scrap, and that was on the ship, and it won. So it's like it's a strong ship, but like I feel like I've had a disproportionate number of bad runs on it for how good it is, so it makes me I'm a little nervous about it always, because it's like, it's traumatized me. And so also I like can't ever think of it as strongly as a lot of other people do, because I feel like the thing with a lot of the good ships is you don't have a lot of experiences being like really behind and having really bad runs on them, like once you're a more experienced player at least. And so it's easy to like not realize some of the liabilities that it has, because it's just like you're always so far ahead anyways, it doesn't really matter. Whereas on the bad ships, it's like you see every single way things can go wrong. It's like, oh, when boarders are in that room, it's really bad, or this thing, And this here is a big problem. It's all venting through each other is really bad. And then how spread out like sensors is a pain, and doors. It's like with having Zoltans who move the power around. If like this is all you have in sector 5 for crew and you're like way behind, it starts getting real bad when you have like 4 mantis jumping on your ship to like here. All right, anyway, most likely this run will not go that way, because this is a really good ship and it's super duper strong. And it's also, I feel like the ship I don't know of any agreed upon way to play it in the beginning whatsoever. Like, I don't think Mike or Crow or anyone either has it figured out. Like, usually it doesn't totally matter. But I don't know, I hear people go between engines or weapons or shield bubble or just save all the scrap. and it's, you know, actually, I don't want to speak for Mike and Crow. I don't actually say that because they totally might have, decided at this point what they like to do, but I feel like when I've talked about it with people before, and everyone's like, whatever they pick, it's like no one's really sure what's best because it's kind of hard to tell when it's usually good every time. Yeah, people like that. The center I like is really nice. This is like a weird thing. This is like how these rooms meet you. But anyway, I think it's about time to get jumping here. We have a store, which isn't that useful to us unless we can get a bunch of scrap really quick. But there's a chance that'll happen. This connects really nice. Look at that. Look at these big clusters. Yeah, I could always sell Zoltan shields. I know Farb, that there's that clip of him selling Zoltan shields and getting it back 2 jumps later, which is just like the most insane RNG I've seen before. I mean, it's like, I could sell the Lido possibly, although I don't think the Lido is so horrible. But it's only 10 scraps, so we're not buying anything with it. Mantis War Camp. Yeah, we have a missile, so that gets us a fight, right? Pledge to do what you can. And yeah, 17 scrap from that. That's something. We won't necessarily go there, but we totally might. Alright, aid civilian ship. An ion, which is a little annoying because it's good against our shields, and then a missile. So let's see if it's an Artemis or a Lido. Venting like doesn't totally matter initially because it's all hitting our shields, but our Zoltan shields. But then at a certain point it does matter. Alright. Would I rather just do 1 damage to their weapons? Because I can only get... Yeah, this is the thing with a ship. It always feels like you should be able to get a 4 damage one with a halberd, but you just can't. You can do that, but then you don't get... I mean, you might be able to by doing the corners to the corners. It's like a little cheeky that way. But... yeah, it's like, so if I'm not one-shotting it, it might be worth doing this. I guess we'll see where they're at with the cooldown on that in case we can get it down. Oh yeah, is it Lido? I feel like I always assumed Lido. And I feel like that's what I hear more often, but I don't know if that's actually true or not now that I think about it. This is Artemis. Also, our dodge is sucky, but, all dodge is sucky if it's not 100. Yeah, so that's almost our shield right there. Let's see. I feel like, I'm not sure, because I kind of feel like that might come down, but I'm not positive on that. Might switch to the missile after this. Yeah, because this is after this fires, they might bring this back up. Yeah, so I mean, whatever. I can just leave the halberd going though. Okay, no, it took long enough. If this fired quicker after we shot it, then they would have switched because it still would have had charge, but. Didn't work out. They got like an NG doing repairs or something. So here I guess we hope they don't have a shields buffer. Yeah, they do. That's too bad. So yeah, we'll just switch to that. Doesn't matter that our shields are down. The stunner doesn't really matter. I should have my O2 down again. That was sloppy. I mean, we should be okay, but if it hits weapons and does like a double fire, like it could burn it down or something. So we don't want to let that happen. Hopefully this gets in before that's repaired. No, it's not. Well, hopefully it hits. It's not a good thing to hope on. All right, good. 14 scrap. Welcome aboard. All right. So that's helpful. I mean, we'll make him our pilot for now. I guess we'll put oxygen back on. Because although we don't really need the power now, we're going to need power, you know, at some point, not too distant future. And so might as well have this guy trained on it and not Zoltan. But we'll probably try and move him off piloting at some point, depending what crew we find. Oh, hey, you like this name? This is the second jump we've done. And so it's going alright. I mean, we took 2 damage. But it could have been worse for sure. And we got Mantis and some scrap. And the ship that I don't trust at all. It's so good. Alright, let's see. I might try and time this so we have the option to go to the store. We can get 2 jumps in before it. So like I'll be locked in here if I want to do that and that, or if I want to just go up this way. So that works out. That'll have a choice. Oh, I didn't like move my crew back at all, did I? Move in to examine the station. And we got some scrap. Oh, just you. You can just go on shields, I guess. You can go on sensors actually for now. Move you around as I need the power. Alright, 39 scrap. So if this is 0 scrap, the only thing I would buy here is like scanners or maybe like an ion blast, which is like pretty thin. Because I can't count on like getting a good reward here. Like maybe I would, but. And so it's like if I don't get anything there, then this is like kind of a bad jump too. So I feel like I should just probably go up this way. Zoltan and sensors and Zoltan. Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, you never know when you're going to find that 2 Mantis ship. They want to like just halberd their oxygen or something. And who needs power? At least at this moment. But I'm glad to still do things differently than some players at least. I have a med bay. I can power the med bay. It's important. Man, I hate missing stars. Do I gamble on this? Sure, why not? Because it's like this ship is ahead. So it's actually better to like gamble and absorb some low scrap for a chance to like make the run super easy. There's logic there, right? I can see it. Alright, so we get scrap here because there's fight. Alright, there's gonna be use for you in shields this run. Although probably won't matter because we'll just do this and just kill him, but. Alright, 16 scrap. That's good. Look at that. There's all kinds of stuff we can buy now. We buy a flak selling the Lido. That'd be amazing. Sell the halberd. I don't think I've had a Zoltan run where I sold the halberd though. As much as I'd love it. That's not gonna be on time, is it? I mean, it depends. It's fine. Oh, it's double level though, so it doesn't really matter. I guess that doesn't matter because it'll just go in there in a second. I guess we're just going to a store. I don't need to wait around at the sun. All right, garbage store. So we sell the halberd and buy the teleporter because we got a mantis, right? I mean, I could probably do that and still win. I'm absolutely not going to do it. But, you know, you got a Zoltan shield, a Lido for a boarding support still. Can make it work. I wouldn't want it. That would not be fun. That does not sound like a good time. Yeah, this ship's venting is garbage. I don't know why people defend this ship's layout. Because they're like, they're like, oh, this like vents stuff quickly, but like doesn't vent this that quickly, and you have to vent all this out and move all your Zoltans around, and it's like you want to run them to doors, and it's across the ship or sensors, and it's over there. It's just like, yeah, it's no good. Yeah, this thing, but. Alright, so there's nothing else I'm doing here. That's plenty of fuel for now. I can't buy any of this stuff and I can't sell anything. So we'll just keep going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Perfect room, it's, you know, interesting, but it doesn't do it for me. It's just like, it's held down by this block. Look at this giant block. Just completely ruins it for me. I like the long, you know, the skinny rooms with all the double vents, like on Stealth C and Rock C. That's my jam. If this wasn't at a sun, we could probably come up with a crew kill, but I don't think that's something I'm going to chase this time. This ship layout, the Mantis Interceptor thing is so obnoxious. At least this time it's a Lido. Just trying to think of what would be better. Like, I mean, I guess I let them fire the Lido and then shoot the halberd. And then I should just need one more swipe because the sun will help out. Nice, we got a dodge. Way too much oxygen in this ship right now. Took damage, but that's fine. Yeah, they're toast. Alright, here we go. What do you think Crystal A having imperfect footprint? None of those things bother me in this game. And I'm you know, as much as I'm a visual person in a lot of ways, all those things just don't really bother me. I mean, I just also don't pay attention to them. Like, I'm sure if I fixated on them, they'd bother me. But that doesn't sound productive. The B-lock, making all your guys depower everything, it's like, it sucks. I have a lot of issues with this ship. So this gets us a fight. We spend a missile, get a fight, as opposed to like having a chance to get a fight. Alright, this is better layout at least. So we'll do that swipe. But yeah, like it depends, you know. But if you have to vent this stuff out, it can be a real pain. It's like often you either like run them into this room or you wait to like run them all through here and stuff. it's definitely inefficient. Fought like all Mantis ships so far, right? I mean, there's an Auto Scout, but I think every other one was a Mantis. Much better swipe. Ion Bomb, right? Yeah. All right. We got 2 missiles back from it. Oh, hey, Panhomo. I just saw that pop up too. Welcome back, everyone, to the stream. I haven't missed too much. So, only 4 jumps before the exit. Yeah, I mean, I think I might just go here, maximize. I mean, this one I guess I'll just be skipping. Should I be doing any upgrades here? I feel like not quite yet. Investigate the battlefield. That one could be a store also. Get 2 jumps. It's like kind of close. Whatever, I'll just go here and then I'll decide if it's worth skipping a jump and going to the store or not. Pulsar, that's fun. Yeah, well, I got a late start, which I could partly blame on Ratman telling me a bunch of puns the second I started my stream, so I got distracted. And then my partner needed help with something for a second too, so it got started pretty. It's like 10 minutes into the stream, I'd say, at least, before we even like click start. But yeah, taking my time. I mean, blame it on the halberd too. Slow weapon. Oh no, I don't like you at all. That's not fun. It's like, oh, it's just a mini beam and a pulsar. Thankfully, it's this ship, which just like, you know, I mean, if their shields go down, whatever. I mean, thankfully, we also have all the Zoltans. What's the timing on this going to be? This is going to fire really soon. It's like, I don't know, I'm a little scared for my shields here. Yeah, keep them up. Oh, nice, their weapons got hit. Overpowered. No engines, so just gotta hope the shields come up in time before this guy fires again. So I guess actually we should do it this way. Drones first. Yeah. Oh, cut off. Before I can even pop our shields. Alright, so that worked out fine. Zoltans are OP. Yeah. Oh, hey, Badger. Yeah, I'm dissing the halberd. There's like no weapon I love to sell more than a halberd. It just makes me so happy to sell a halberd. It's like all the best runs are the ones where you can do that. Alright, So do this one, then this one. All right, what do you got? Missile and an ion. Double halberd with hacking. Yep, that works. And no scrap. Yep. Yeah, no, NGC, we all know NGC is the worst ship. I mean, how could it be good? It only has, one of the best weapons, the best systems, some of the best crew. It's a lot of missiles. Decent fuel. I mean, the missiles I don't care about that much because I don't want to be thinking I'm going to be... I mean, there's chances we'll be stuck with this forever, but... It's like the main reason I don't take rewards is just like gambling on getting something really good. I think we have the space to do that. The fuel is the one that throws me the most in case we're like forced into Uncharted, but because I'm rolling the dice on it. Oh, you still got 3 fuel. And 5 more scrap is good. Drone part is useful. 7 missiles would have been nice, but might also be irrelevant in the end. I feel like that one needs a hyphen. Piauzar. Alright, so this is possible double rewards, which would be nice. Got not very effective drones going on, and depends what this weapon is, how effective their weapons are. Great layout for us, though. Small bomb. Alright, nice. That's a bunch of scrap. I should probably spend some of it pretty soon. Try to be a hero and attack the pirate. It's like the same weapons, but stupider layout. So, if I swipe this way, I should pull the NG to oxygen and the mantis to weapons. So I think that's the play. The Indian Ocean poacher, the Louisianan zoo. You got to think more physical properties, I think, if you want a hint on that one. Neozarks, that's a good one, because it's very much like not as forced. Ooh, stun bomb. Actually, decent against Zoltan shields. Alright, so you see here, because this is the 3rd priority manning system, hitting oxygen pulls the NG to repair that, and then engines being the 2nd priority, then the mantis goes to repair weapons. So it's like that worked out in our favor doing it that way instead of swiping the other way. I mean, it's going to get screwed up anyways at some point because when they go to board, assuming this hits us. But yeah, he'll go to man engines now. Yeah. But then they're going to switch. Oh, that's interesting. So the human came over, actually. Can't interrupt the mantis's repairs. I guess you go, like, punch that too. I like watching what's happening. It's interesting. We can vent you out of here. We can do it. Is there any world? No, there's no world in which I'm getting crew kill here. I do like this function of like once you finally get it vented, then you just have all these rooms vented, and then it's like you can just let them punch through doors. I'm definitely gonna destroy the ship and salvage it because this is the exit beacon, right? So don't really need a fleet delay here. Ah, the shell. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Oh, it's not always a location. Yeah, did that trick you? Um, let's see. Some of the other ones that I've done on stream, because I feel like when I did it, not on stream, I had a wider range even. But I've done ones that are colors or paint, like art related things. I did one that was different branches of science, I know. There's a few oddballs out there. In general, I do a lot of the like animal biome things because those ones are easy, and also I like animals. Well, I've also done trees and like things like that, things with wings. But yeah, I feel like also more what it is, it's not as much about trying to trip you up, but me feeling caught out that I was like not being as thoughtful and creative about it as I generally should be or like have been, and I need to like invest some energy into it again. Still, you have to put Badger as a Mantis. I don't know. Because I've had a Badger, I think, on my ship before. I'm not positive on that one. What are these choices? These garbage choices. Ugh. It's like Zoltan control sucks for us because we suck at getting through Zoltan shields. Like they'll get through our shield faster than we get through theirs, like every time. Even if we get like the Lido online. And then Rebel controlled is just 1 to 2 stores, which sucks. And like kind of dangerous in some ways. Ooh, this is a tough choice. Because this really tries to lure me to the 2 stores. Unless you have an unhealthy attachment. Well, see, I think it's a healthy attachment to stores. Stores win runs. Either way we get the green, and then Sector 4 purple is not necessarily a problem at all. But like Sector 2 Zoltan controlled, that feels pretty risky. Like even if we pick up hacking or something. Rebel controlled. I've also just had bad experiences with Sector 2 Rebel controlled. Like my last loss was Sector 2 Rebel controlled. Yeah. Oh, late game I definitely go overboard. I go to stores when it's just like it's hard to think of things I would need to buy. Or would like even buy with infinite money. It's like I want to go here so bad, which it just feels so risky. I'm so scared of Rebel controlled. Yeah, either way, I'm upgrading the ship if there's not a store first jump. Absolutely. There's no way I'm taking a fight without buying weapons or shields or something at least. So Zoltan controlled it is apparently. This was one where if I think about it, I feel like it's the wrong choice. Well, I think it's the wrong choice in that way. But my stronger feeling is to run away from the Rebel sector and come to the Zoltan sector. And that it's a safer choice. I don't know why that is, but I tend to trust my gut in this game, and it's served me very well over time, obviously. And I mean, let me rephrase it. I tend to trust my instincts, my gut, in practically everything because it knows better than I do. Yeah, like I feel like I'm not going to try to rationalize it because I'm not sure why. I feel like if a lot of the ways that I could think of, it seems like the wrong choice, um, and so it might be, but I just follow myself. Um, it's you know I've learned not to. There's certain feelings I've learned not to question and just go with it. So same kind of thing it tells me buy reloaders. The reloaders win games. Wider than your tongue. Yeah, it helps not, like, I don't love eating in general. So that's not too big an issue with me. Um, Honestly, with the ship, I have no idea what to upgrade first. And I've heard a lot of different opinions and uncertainty. And it's like the general feeling is like it doesn't super matter because you have a Zoltan shield and a halberd beam, but it's like that's not really true because there's times when it definitely matters. Um, it's like engines, just getting level 2, there's an argument for that because that's really cheap, so you can still buy stuff. Um, and it helps you run if a fight is bad. Like I don't, sure it helps keep it up because your dodge is slightly better, but like I never count on dodge. Yeah, I like King Nalito online too. And then it's like I've questioned that some, but then it's like it just increases your firepower like in general, and you're gonna want to get that upgrade anyways. I think I do this because this gives me an out for a bad fight. Like 2 engines is just so much better than one for running. Running on 1 engines is so bad. Um, and then this gives us like a way to deal with Zoltan shields a bit better, and gives the halberd a buffer. And I think that's enough to start. And this is where also having this guy is helpful because now we can power the Lido and stuff. So I guess I'll throw you into shields like by default now. Do that then. Alright. Kind of wonky layout. It's like this and this could both be the stores. FTL is just sinister sometimes, let's be honest. But let's hope not. Hopefully, like, this is a store and this is a store. And they're both really good. It's a good plan. 20 fuel, too. That's nice. Alright. I think this is good. I'm happy with this for now. I'm going to take this jump so I can see this. And I'm probably not going to see this one. Because I feel like if I do, I just, like, miss out on the more vision. Gotta sacrifice one side. Alright, Terrified Rock Crew. Man, I feel bad. There's a lot of Terrified Rock. This is also terrifying weapons. This is the weapons that made me lose over half my hull on my first jump on the ship once. Except it was behind a Zoltan shield, which is so much worse than not being behind one. Because I was able to fire my halberd once and take their shield down to 1, and I was not able to fire it again. And I was never able to fire the Lido either. Because flak is so evil early game, because it can just hit all one system. So it can just be like, I'm going to do, take out your shields entirely, and then heavy laser is going to take out your weapons and start double fires. Have fun running with your 1 engine. Alright, let's see. These are both firing either way. I think this is the best white. Doing that, because that still hits. Make sure it hits shields before weapons and piloting. I mean, I think we'd probably just try to save the missiles still until we need it. Because it's not until this second shot that it matters. Oh yeah, where's our border at? Alright, so it's like as long as the flak is down, it doesn't really matter what's going on. I mean, it's like I could try to attempt a crew kill here, but it just doesn't feel like that feasible. You know, there's a rock just like slowly fumbling around through here. $16. If enemy burst lasers all hit the same room, it would be a very difficult game. Like, and I think RNG would change it up even more, especially like on higher difficulties. I don't even know if it'd be possible without just like crazy luck to get ahead, because they'll target your weapons so often. On lower difficulties, where it's like they randomly target way more, it'll become so RNG dependent as a game, because sometimes it's like their whole volley will just be wasted on empty rooms, and other times it's just like, we're going to annihilate your shields. Alright, Badger, I take offense to that. There's no ship that's not a crew killing ship. You know, if you can glaive swipe. Okay, here's the first. So this is the first store I called, right? So this is going to be a store too. And they're both going to be really good. I just want to point that out, that there's a store there. Very exciting. It's got cloaking and drone control. A pike beam and a chain ion. Oh, there you go. Sell the halberd, buy the chain ion. Isn't that what chat wanted me to do? I mean, we're buying the ion stunner. That's a guarantee. Sell the Lido, buy a pike beam, right? Instead, do that. Or drone control and buy hull repair. You know, I know a lot of people I see talk about hull repair being like the way to win. When I look at more public forums. So it's like, probably do that. Way more fights, because this really helps the halberd out without spending missiles. Also gives us an option if we like start taking damage, we can, you know, have these two things. I don't know what this is doing for us at that point, but, you know, you can pretend. Yeah, I'm not buying another weapon here, especially without hacking. Like, that's just crazy. I'm not buying drone control because it's... Oh, it comes with a combat drone, actually, not defense. I mean, if they didn't have the ion, there's a chance I would have bought this and been frustrated that that's what I felt like I had to do. But I feel okay because I got the ion stunner. So it's like now we can deal with a lot more than we could have before. So I think that's all we're doing here. This stuff is all fine. This is fine. I'm not selling anything. Not buying the chain ion. Scrap recovery arm. Alright, that's something. Decent chance we'll sell that. Bosnia. I have a family member who's lived in Bosnia for many years. Yeah, so we're going this way. Yeah, still gonna hold off on shields in case we find a store. Things I want to buy. Ooh, hacking. That's no fun. Ooh, and a shield drone. That's even more no fun. Well, I'm really glad we have the ion stunner now. Jeez. Thankfully, that's just the Lido. Alright. How do I swipe this here? Maybe I do this. Just do a little bit less damage, but take the drone offline. I mean, it makes sense because we're Sector 2 now, but we haven't yet seen a... Actually, I don't know if it really changes that much, but every single ship I think we've had with shields has had a shields buffer. Which, you know, it's not uncommon, but come on, could get one. No buffer for that. We don't need fuel that bad. 15. So we want to maximize our jumps before the store if we can. Because this is going to be the second one. You know, so I was talking before, man, about how I have family, my oldest sister, who loves puns, and she's the one who's lived in Bosnia for like 20 years. So, like, if you went to Bosnia and told puns, she totally would have been cracking up at them. So maybe I do that. I get 4 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Store there. Nah, it's like makes the sector layout too weird. Oh, I guess I can go this way if I want. And then how many do I get before the exit here total? I get 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. That one's fine, right? Yeah, I get 8 before that one also. Oh, hydrate. Oh, you're good. Because all I've had is coffee so far, so I should probably drink some water. It's good advice. And probably should, like, you know, oxygenate also. Make that an option. Alright. That was good. I drink all of my water, so now I'm going to go and get more water so I'm prepared for the next hydration. So it's just going to take a second here. How many channel points to sell Halberd? Oh, man. I mean, I guess there's a point, you know, if I get up to like 150 win streak where I might be like, okay, if people want to start making me do stuff, you know. So I don't know if I would do it for channel points. That'd be a lot of channel points. But alright, let me just go grab some more water real quick. Just take a sec. Alright. Yeah, Badger, I mean, I think the only way I'd be doing that stuff in the streak is if I got to the point where I felt like captive by the streak and just wanted to be let out. Then it'd be, you know, here, give me points and I'll sell all my weapons, try to lose the run. Yeah, it's surprising late game how many ships have like level 1 oxygen with how many ships like earlier games seem to have like level 2 and stuff. I feel like it's very all over the place. All right. What do we got? We got all the beams. Just beams? All right. You know what that means. Do some weapons training. Let me get the cheat engine up here. It's my favorite training. Think we blew up that drone one time? I mean, the thing is, you know, depending how, like, after the early game, and even sometimes in the early game, almost every run, I would say, there's like quite a bit of variation in how you can play it and win the game. And you'll notice that if you watch like different high-level players play the game who win a lot, like they'll have very different play styles and still win a lot. And it's really, for the most part, just in the beginning or on the really, really bad runs where like the number of play styles that are available get narrowed down more and more and more. To the point where, you know, on the worst runs, I'd suppose there'd only be a single path of like victory. That you'd have to like be able to figure out, you know, how you have to play to win the game in that situation. And so that's the thing. It's like part of win streaking is knowing when you have to like play outside your comfort zone or play something you don't usually play, because that's like the way you have to win. Ship all red. Higher level systems. Also, I didn't fire the thing first, is why. Doesn't matter. Problem streaking is you have to play fed ships. When I did my first, like when I first started doing, you know, tracking my stats and going for win streaks, like I did all the ships once and just in a random order just to have like something on the board for them. And I had, at that point, I had only a couple wins on hard when I started it. And I went 22-6, so I lost on 6 ships, and 3 of those for the fed ships. I lost on all 3 fed ships. It's just like, oh, these fucking fed ships. It's just like, it's not happy about it. Alright, so this is a ship where I'd be safe if I had my shields. But yeah, what was it? I lost on all 3 fed ships. I lost on Zoltan C, NGB, and Rock B. I remember there's something really frustrating that killed me on the Rock C. Cause I remember, or not the Rock C, the Zoltan C, because I was really excited that I thought I was going to win. It was like a really good run. I'm sure I did something really stupid. Probably I like didn't buy a reloader that would have made me win or something. Seems likely. I'm not going to accept that surrender. Yeah, so it's like I just played each ship once, whether I won or lost. And I just did that initially. And then I was like, okay, and then I'm going to like play the ships I lost on, and I did like another fed ship, and then I tilted and I was like, screw that, I'm not going to do that. And then the next ship I ended up was Slug B, and I was like really tilted when I played it, so I lost that too. So I feel like my first 30 games, I kind of separate from the rest of them. Because then after that I kind of reset, and then I got into more like normal win streaking stuff from that point on, and like try to do it, because my original goal was to win like half of my games, I think, and so I did a lot better than I was expecting, and then so I kept revising my goals up. Because my original goal was to get a 10-win streak by my first 100 games. And I got a 17-win streak, but then I also started this win streak. So in my first 100 games, my, over 100 win streak started, so that was pretty good. Yeah, so we definitely get 2 jumps before the store. We're just going to do that. 1, 2, and then up here. I mean, distress isn't great with what we have, but we got an ion. Oh, we can give them fuel. What do you got? Oh, look at that. You're my friends. Thanks, friends. Okay, there's a game. So after the store, we'll just do that. What good friends. I'm so glad we came to help you out your distress. Just, please, someone. We have a flak to give. For 2 fuel. Won't anyone help us? I'll sacrifice and, take the loss on that deal for you. Yeah, I also think, I can't quite remember, but I think my longest streak when I did those first 30 games was 5. So you're doing better than me in that regard also. So, who knows, maybe you'll start like a world record win streak by your like 50th game. Alright, so that's my 2 jumps, and I go to the store. But yeah, there's like a couple spots in my stats that I can like mark as times that were like a shift. So we're going to buy battery here to take it out of the pool. I'm not going to buy cloaking yet, it's too early. And I'm not going to sell anything quite. It's like I could sell like this, like some of this stuff, but I don't think I need to. You give yourself easier ships early. Yeah, I know. It's like there's all these different ways people do it. Because I know, like, was it WQQZ, I think is his name. He just recently did the cycle, and he did it from like the worst ships first, and so he like restarted Stealth B a bunch of times, I think, to get like a good run, and then just like did all the bad ships to have like, if he got through just a couple, then he'd have a better chance. And I think originally when people did a lot of win streaks, there was more of that, because like people hadn't really achieved it yet. Yeah, no, I'm not going to buy cloaking at this point. I don't need to buy cloaking Sector 2. That's just bananas. I keep forgetting I'm only Sector 2. I was like, I'm like Sector 3 or something by now, right? And so I feel like there's no point in selling any of this stuff. And so what, I have 3 more jumps before the exit now? Yeah. So just go up this way. So I'll probably just hold off on upgrades until the beginning of the next sector, because this is fine to get me through this sector. Also, have I seen a single Zoltan shield this sector? I don't think so. I feel like that's, partly luck, but partly may have been in the back of my mind, like, that you don't necessarily see that many Zoltan shields in a Zoltan sector. But, I'm not going to really try to, like, backwards rationalize it too much. Just because, like, even, it's like, oh, it worked out, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was the right choice. Or the less risky choice or anything. But there's definitely a chance it was. So they're trying to run, but they're not going to have a good time at it. Yeah, I do want to get the flak online, but the way I see it is I don't feel at risk at this sector whatsoever. And there might be a store first jump next sector, like there might even be a forced first jump store, or just the way the layout works. And so if I got like no scrap for the rest of the sector or not that much, and then that store had hacking, like I'd have to sell a bunch of stuff to get it, or if they had hacking and something else, scanners or whatever, reloader, um, like I wouldn't want to have spent that scrap if it felt worthwhile to spend it there instead. And I can always fall back on like flak ion stunner or something if I start taking damage. Um, but like I plan to get online before I take any fights next sector. But yeah, that system, the temporal system, or whatever. I mean, I think it's just incredible, like what they've done with hyperspace. Like I haven't played mods very much whatsoever, but that doesn't mean I don't like totally respect and think it's like badass what they've done. I think it's really interesting that they've finally been able to add a new system. I'm curious, like what other design space is opened up, or if it's kind of a specific thing. I don't know a whole lot about it, but this is Sector Two. Towards the end of Sector Two, we got a free flak one pretty recently, so that was pretty good. Um, as much as I want an NG, I'm not gonna pay money for it. So this is a ship where if I'd invested in shields, we could have tried to get like a crew kill with a flak and the ion or something. I don't know, but should be fine still because of the way it is. I guess I probably should have my dodge up instead of my oxygen. I'm taking them here. As much as I often don't grab crew, it's like, and I'm gonna leave the mantis on sensors or on the piloting. I think. Be my repair guy. We're super thin on blue options, so it's like that ends up being wasted jumps or like less safe jumps sometimes or whatever. When we have like so little for, I mean we have the ion I guess for now. I don't usually love chasing blue options, and then it's like we're so far ahead with this kind of stuff here, weapons, and we have scrap. I feel like I have the space to get that, especially Sector 2, where we're losing less scrap than we would later. And as a ship, it's easier to like not get as much crew on because you're not crew killing very often usually. Yeah, like my feeling with it is it seems like stupid overpowered in a lot of situations. Um, I mean, I feel like it sounds like also like could be used in a lot of the same ways I use mind control, but like maybe not as consistent in the crew killing in some ways or something, or as quick with it, but like much more devastating in the like, you know, keeping a system suppressed. 9 scrap. XP kit. No, you're too expensive. So that was a Zoltan sector, and we saw 0 Zoltan shields, unless I'm like completely forgetting something that happened already. So I definitely feel good about taking that jump. Now, do we double down and go to Zoltan homeworlds over Mantis homeworlds now? That's another question. And then be restricted in our sector 4. Here, I think we end up going around the other way, even though this is 1 to 2. I'm less scared of these ships. I do want the stores, but I'm less desperate about it because of the flak. And I don't want to be forced into whatever feels bad as a red sector here if this is like a slug. You know, options are nice. And I feel like I'm not going to, like, this feels like rolling the dice again, be like, well, I didn't see any Zoltan shield ships here. Like, I don't know how much that changes between sectors. Like, if it does, if you're less likely to see them in Sector 2. I mean, I feel like I've seen plenty early, but maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going Mantis Home. Also, like Mantis Homeworld is so much less scary than Rebel Sectors. I could have, yeah, I also could have gone to kill the Peace Envoy. That's always a fun one, right? Oh yeah, I forgot I have this too, because I can totally sell this. Like this, and this are all possible sells if I need to, which is like another 50 scrap or so. Alright, so we got to do that, because that's just like, it's so good. It's stupid good. We have the battery, so power is kind of fine. Shields is a concern, like a big concern all of a sudden, because a bad hazard, you know, it's like you don't see a ton of them, but you can still find like a rebel ship or an auto ship. I don't know if they spawn in hazards here or whatnot, but like double offensive drones or something. I think you just got to do that, and then like I'm not forced into a store, so I can hopefully get some scrap if one of these is a store or something, you know, because it might be my only store. I can always sell stuff in case they have hacking or whatever. Yeah, buoys if you're score hunting is like the best thing in the world, right? I mean, there's nothing better than buoys for score hunting, is there? I mean, I feel like I mean, I guess scanners maybe, but I feel like you can get lucky and have scanners not matter. Like you can just get lucky with the right jumps. You can't get lucky and just, you know, get an extra jump in every sector. Yeah, I mean, it's like I guess others might be. I could see that being way more consistent for adding score because it just eliminates all of those like when you get really unlucky and take all the wrong jumps. All right. I need to just take a second here. All right. My power is definitely like inadequate to run everything I have here. I mean, I guess with the battery, I get everything but one bar and engines, which I can micro around. But also, like the second shield's, like you know, that can be in a run mode thing too. But I think I can hold off because if I don't want to buy the power, if you know, I get some not very good scrap rewards in an early store, I want to be prepared for that. Oh, right. But it's like, I'm so glad to have the flak. If I didn't get that and I was just running the Ion or the Halberd for Sector 2, I'd be a lot more concerned. But this is the kind of ship, this might be double drones here, so we'll have to see what they got. It's running, no, it's a single drone, but crazy lasers, and it's going to just tear through my Zoltan shield. And they're running. Well, hopefully the Halberd can get through. Like, hopefully that's just level 2 engines also. I guess if I do this and I have level 3, there's a chance I take it down. It's a weird gamble, but I don't know. I just turn this off for a moment. Oh, that's a great miss. That's a really great miss. Although it's still gonna probably swipe my piloting here or something. Yep. Hopefully this flak hits. Beautiful. Ah, but we got a miss. That's too bad. Great. Level 2 piloting. Or 1. Alright, so now we're in a much better position. And really took 2 damage, so that wasn't bad either. Yeah, this fight definitely sucks. For this ship setup too. I mean, for some ships, it'd be really awful. Like a lot of ships, it could be bad for. If we only had the ion stunner, it would have been so much worse. Like if we only took down 1 shield level. Like if that's level 2 piloting, like they probably would have run or something, or we'd had to use the Lido. Hey, and dodge. Nice. Low scrap. It's such a bad event. Everyone hates that event. Auto ship that's running, and it gives bad rewards. Ooh, exciting. Super shield bypass. I don't know. Yeah, I'll run over there, I guess. One. Oh, it's because I'm getting my rooms all confused here. Guess I don't need to suffocate them at the same time. Well, I need to suffocate him. There we go. Right, so what have we seen? We saw that one. That's a weird one. So we might not get to see that one, so hopefully that's not the only store. Right. Ooh, prize fighters. I don't think I'm gonna let them run. Especially as they have a missile. This is an event I don't trust at all anymore. I've had too many times where it just didn't work out well. I feel like it'd have to be pretty specific conditions for me to feel right to risk it. Maybe more likely on a boarding ship or something. I'm not sure. Tempted to just fire this right off the bat. But no, it's dumb to delay the halberd that much. Or unnecessary. Alright. Just kill him. There's a store. Can we get 3 in before it? It's close. It's definitely close. But yes. Gotta like double check it though, because risking a store is always a more momentous thing. Yeah, it should be fine. Attack the ship. It's a fun laser. A different place I've used Zoltan biobombing with the boarding run beside Fed C. No. Like, I mean, I'll use the Zoltans to board in addition to the human and the mantis, sometimes to have just more people board. But the amount of damage they do is just too low, like on their explosion, because it's like they'll still, you know, they'll fight a human one-on-one and lose. So unless it's like they have just like hordes of crew or something, it's just not worthwhile. It's just like it always feels impactful against a player because it's like you'll get the events where you'll get 4 Zoltans in a room with 1 person, and it's like, so then it's just so much damage concentrated. But like you're not getting usually 4 Zoltans on a 4-man teleporter. And like even then, you know, like Mantis and stuff will still, you know, outperform them. But it's a very amusing strategy. Like I feel like it'd be fun to do a run. Like I'd rather do a run based around that than a run based around NG boarding for sure. I feel like that'd be, because I could see the fun in it. Right, so this can break our Zoltan shield, but it can't get through. You know, it can't do anything through it. So we're safe having our shields down at the moment. All right, so this one we swipe from piloting because I think we can hit it before this hits. Yeah, and then so this will definitely hit them. Although I don't know if it mattered, actually. I don't know if we needed that damage or not. So I'm going to double check the measurement here. Oh yeah, I feel more confident in it now, so that's good. We'll do 1, 2. Hey, Gauging Girl. And hey, Aelfind. This ship is not much of a deal, but I do have to power my weapons. It'd be helpful. Yeah, so it's going to take 2 volleys to get through my shield, so I'll get a volley off first. So we can just let that happen, see where we go from there. I guess I actually should have just cycled the power from my shields, but I'm being lazy apparently already. I do that sometimes where I forget to like, so actually we do need, that other ship we did need that flak hit. But we had the miss already. It didn't matter. curious. For my own, like, learning how the measurements work better and better each time. Oh yeah, no, there's like plenty of room now. I feel like when I was first measuring on the computer screen, I was like slightly underestimating how much they jumped, and so I have like overcompensated at this point to make it safer. This is here's where it's like, oh, I wish I had mind control because I could force a store. But scrap is good. Yeah, see, it's like not even that close now, but far off. It felt close. Well, I don't think the name of the cheat engine is really, matters. It's just, like what it's called. Probably by mind control here. But the cheat engine, the only thing it really does is saves time. It doesn't actually, like, I don't use it in any way other than that. And I only use it in circumstances where I would just leave this running with a stream and I would, like, play music for an hour or something. Because that's how I min-maxed before I streamed already on the tablet, when you could only leave it anyways. While the Fleet Pursuit gives me a guaranteed information, and also like it tells me where the curve is before I can see it, which is like information you don't normally have. I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, I don't mind people who use it, but I feel like using a hand measurement is like still a skill, with a ruler, and something I kind of enjoy doing anyways. And there's like a habit I had picked up from playing when I played it on tablet for a while, and so it was easy to just like continue doing it. And I feel like also it helps me more in like nebula sectors and stuff where I think the Fleet Pursuit indicator isn't modified for it. Oh no, it wasn't. Like, I think that's a good question. But really, it's like I have zero problem with people who use the pursuit indicator. Like, I don't think it invalidates their runs or skill whatsoever. Like, in the end, it's a kind of minor thing, and only makes a difference in a few runs, I think. So it's just like, also, I don't run any mods at all, so I feel like I don't want to install mods just for that. If I use like background mods and all that kind of stuff, I feel like it might be more likely to just like add it on. I mean, I could buy cloaking also. It's probably more helpful at this point with the ship. Although hacking is like all I really need. I don't want to not have the scrap for hacking. But yeah, I don't need any of these weapons. I mean, I'd love to. I wish I could trade the halberd for this. That'd be great. I'd be so happy if I could do that. Yeah, it's like the quality of life that, people get into the argument about, like, oh, well, if it does anything, any benefit at all. But it's like, oh, well, you could easily argue anything that, makes the game more pleasing to look at, and it can relieve stress or make it more enjoyable so you can focus on the game better and be more effective at it. It's like, psychological benefit, so it's, I don't get hung up on those kinds of things. Like, FTL doesn't have that intense of a competitive scene that we need to, like, start excluding minor variances between people. I think, whatever keeps people playing the game and happy is ideal. Free pre-igniter. I want a free pre-igniter. Alright, I think that's all I'm doing at this store. That's enough fuel. I really just, like all windstreakers, just want to talk about hacking until I get it. Yeah, wrong, bad fun in a single player game, I know. People get very hung up on that. Kazakh. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't buy the teleporter earlier, but I could have done it. And I didn't buy level 3 sensors or the med bay. So really all this means is that you have a ship that you're really bad at repairing on. Although I get better rewards for crew killing, right? They don't have a med bay or anything. I bet you I can crew kill these guys. Yeah, geez, they only have one shield bubble too. Man, this ship is bad. Kazakh, you're not doing good in this timeline. I'm sorry. Alright, so now I can get by with one shield just fine. I'm just waiting on mind control here. And because I'll mind control this guy and have them fight, and then just shoot him in weapons after that to finish him off. What are you doing there? Oh, well, I guess I don't actually need that. All right. I guess I can do this at this point. Save myself the power. So this should take 2 volleys. This will do 30. Then gotta do one more. Oh, I've been bad at not paying any attention to chat, and I'm all behind here. Let me catch up for a second. Oh no, I've been forfeited because of cheat engine. Well, also, I wonder what the longest win streak would be then without anything. I'm not sure what Thomas used. If he used Fleet Pursuit or cheat engine or whatever. Oh yeah, the diagonal fires. I feel like I learned that pretty recently from someone. I forget who. Possibly Crow. I've learned many things from Crow. But yeah, so it's worse when you get it in a 4-tile room, the diagonal ones. Because it's more likely to spread. And I feel like if you pay attention, you can kind of see that. But you can also see anything you want in fires because there's so much RNG involved in them. All right, so do I have to do it? Oh no. Oh no, I do, don't I? Yep, it's gotta do the D word. Gotta do the D word. Gotta do a dive. Because otherwise we're skipping a store. And how can we skip a store? They might have hacking, we have enough for it. Just win streaking 101 right there. See, I see. I don't see die. I see Deve, like Sieve. Well, I'll be honest. This is not. That's not hacking. We can't buy cloaking without selling something that's way too good. But that's okay. Man, a bunch of good weapons and stuff, but it's like, I feel like I just don't have the scrap to do that right now because I got to buy power and stuff if I'm going to dive. Yeah, the scrap arm was free, so I've just been holding on to it. I might sell it here. Get distress, and then jump, and then exit. Power. We're not too bad on it. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to buy at least engines 3, if not engines 4. So I'm just going to buy that. It's like, I'm going to have to do this. Fuel's all right. Yeah, I guess that's all we're doing here. So I don't really want to sell this stuff yet. Maybe I sell this. Buy engines 4. I hate buying engines 4. I wish we had evasion training. We're actually not that far off. That would help. I think this is okay for now, and I'll see when after I do these jumps if there's anything else I want to do for upgrades. What point do I look to buy cloaking? In general, I feel like Sector 4 is my favorite place to buy cloaking. I mean, in like a not ridiculous, of course I'd rather buy it all, have every system by Sector 2, but in like my average, like solid / good run, I'd say Sector 4 is really common. If not, then like Sector 5. Later than that, I start like really missing it. I'll sometimes buy it Sector 3. Depends on the ship for sure, and how I'm doing. But it's, not nearly as common. Like if I was doing better with a bunch of scrap from stuff to sell or something, like I'd definitely buy it here at this point for sure. All right, so yeah, let's go to the distress. Reactor upgrade. It's like a little lower in fuel than I wanted there, but after getting a free flak from giving 2 fuel away, how could I not? I should have known better. Like, look at their weapon. They're hoarding all the good weapons here. They're not going to give me their burst laser. We don't care about getting a mantis that much. Great offer up the mantis. Scrap, hull damage. It's okay. It's a lower chance of hull damage doing it that way than otherwise. Alright, so we've got just the one dive coming up. Sector 3. It's like, hopefully, I mean, the thing is, the way those ships are, Halberd's like not as great against them. Like, you know, probably take at least 2 volleys to kill them, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to get a chance to kill them. But hopefully I should be able to at least like cripple their offense a bit. I can do mind control on their dodge, and hopefully like I won't have to power my shields immediately or anything. Getting that free power made this like way more flexible. I think I can get away without doing the piloting or the engines. Having an NG really helps that also. I'll be able to repair piloting quickly if I have to. Alright. Big missile. Fun times. So yeah, I'll wait and do the mind control right before the flak hits. So hopefully we'll get lucky and they have like level 1 piloting or just low enough evasion that we'll get through all their shields. And then Halberd will take this down, temporarily at least. We didn't get any dodges before. Oh, there's one. So close. Wasn't it 12 before? I don't know. Nice. Alright, so doing this swipe for sure. What was I was thinking about the glaive. I was like, well, thinking 3 damage. I was like, oh, 3 damage, so I'll do 2 and then 1. Not 3 damage, it's 2 damage. It takes this down. And then this is going to like shoot our Zoltan shield down. But that's okay. Alright, ASP's incoming. We're at almost halfway here. There's the missile. So, unless I'm completely forgetting something, ASP just doesn't care about a Zoltan shield at all. Just ignores it, doesn't do damage to it. Which like isn't the worst way it can work. Dodging this would be huge, but we're not going to. Didn't think so. I think it's empty room. I don't think that's... It's hard to tell. I just really don't want it to be weapons, honestly. Yeah, empty room. All right. I'll take it. That's not bad. Boom. Gotcha. Get our fuel back because we're getting low on fuel. That makes a difference. So we're going Mantis again because Uncharted is just garbage. And it doesn't matter if there's green there. Like, you know, we'll probably try to go in the middle if we can. But Uncharted is so bad. Mantis is pretty bad. Uncharted is just infinitely worse. Especially with low fuel. The last place you want to be with low fuel. Okay. Doesn't seem like such a bad layout. Yeah, I feel like the Fallout that looks the most appealing to me, speaks to my sensibilities, is the, you know, I've hardly played any of them. is the old isometric ones. Those ones seem like way more interesting to me than the newer 3D ones, which I played a little bit and just like it's not my kind of game. I mean, it's like I've played, Skyrim and Oblivion and those some, and I like those like a bit more. Like I played Skyrim a bit, but not a ton. But I feel like the Bethesda style just doesn't grab me like creatively. So it's hard for it to like hold my interest, especially when I feel like the actual gameplay is not that compelling. All right, do I do anything else here? I think I'm okay floating scrap for a little bit. Why fix the breach? I just don't keep breaches. It's something I've never picked up, and I probably should like acclimate myself to it, because there are definitely advantages to it for sure. But it's something I just like compulsively do for like, without even thinking about it. Um, and I do like having them fixed. Can't go as faster with the speed holes. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people with Gaming Girl who it's like, it's just different sensibilities with games. It's the same with like any kind of media. Like there's just a certain, you can't account for style or preference that people have. You'll never have something that like fits for everyone. And some games can kind of overcome that with gameplay more, but I don't, feel like the Bethesda games try that. They mostly rely on the modding scene to like open it up some. At least has been my impression from what I know. So I'll probably still try to do the mind control for evasion. If I had to add anything, one minor thing to FTL, I would have Burst Laser 3 start fires. I'd still never use it, but I just feel bad for enemies even. Like, it should start fires, come on. It's ridiculous that it doesn't. Just gonna get this online now. Nice, dodge the ion, that's big. Alright, do the big swipe. Almost got him. Actually, whatever. I can force the power back into it with a Zoltan. Just seeing if the whatever is coming up. Alright, nice. So yeah, it's like normally you kind of need like 4 Zoltans to have the ion, but if you let them hit it with the Zoltan outside of the room, then run them in, it'll force the power back in still. Oh, I want that though. And summon engines to make my run speed faster. But I'm not getting out of here in time. Alright, didn't take damage though. You can still take damage with 2 shields, but it's a lower chance. Yeah, I know, Remen. That's something I came up with a whole list of reasons for you the one time I know. of so many things that I could think of why that would be. That makes sense to me. Because it's like, they don't need to explain everything. It's bad writing if they explain everything. I'll absolutely say that. If they have to explicitly state everything, it's just terrible writing. Look at this, mind control. Give me a store. It has hacking. This is why mind control is the best system in the world, because it gets you hacking. It just gives it to you. And look at it, it stores a ton of fuel. And my selection of giant mass, I could have such an impressive barrage here, a 10 power weapon system barrage. The answer is a wizard. Yeah. But I could talk about my opinions on writing for a very long time. Um, I went to school for literature, which is essentially like a lit criticism. So, although I'm a college dropout, I'm one of those. But I pretty much completed all my requirements, which is one of the reasons I dropped out. For fiction, I mean, I definitely read a lot of sci-fi. Ursula Le Guin is like incredible. She's just the most phenomenal writer, and I mean, she transcends sci-fi for sure too, by far. She's the one author I like can't recommend enough. Have I read Murderbot? No, I do not know Murderbot. Um, I read a lot of like absurdist literature. I read all of Kafka's stuff. I was into a lot of his things, some minimalism things like Raymond Carver. Um, Also really like mythology, so I read a lot of mythology and then stuff like the Divine Comedy and a bunch of like ancient religious texts, like stuff from the a lot of Indian stuff and Asian things, the Ramayana and the Upanishads and stuff from Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, Anfesia. Um, and I'm like getting so distracted thinking about literature, so I actually have to take a break for a second too and grab some more water. But I will be back in just a moment. And yes, I have read City of Illusions, but I'll come back to answer your question in just a moment. Oh, see you, Ratman. Thanks for coming by. All right. Oh, and thanks. No, never mind. I'm reading something wrong. Never mind. Where are we at? Ursula Gwyn. Oh yeah, I mean, chat's just been blowing up, right? Oh, you're reading the Divine Comedy right now? Yeah, it's really interesting. I also there's I can't I'm blanking on the name. There's a series of etchings that some famous artists from the 1800s did. Um, I can look it up later. That are just like phenomenal and have been very influential on me for sure. That I definitely recommend checking out. Oh, and yeah, welcome back. You like this name? Yeah, we got sidetracked talking about books all of a sudden and completely hijacked the run and distracted me. All right, I think yeah, Dore. There you go. Nailed it. Thank you. I highly recommend Dore's etchings for the Divine Comedy. They're phenomenal. Um, I mean, I've been very influenced by a lot of like etchings. It's a style that has a strong appeal to me. Yeah, we pivoted into art. That's something I can always pivot back to, right? Do I need? I want level 2 hacking like really bad all of a sudden. Oh, really? Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I haven't read all of her stuff still. There's some books I haven't read, mostly some of her short stories. But yeah, I had Rokinen's World because I have a bunch of sci-fi I got from my dad that he got when he was from his sister's ex-boyfriend or something. He had a box of like old sci-fi that he read when he was like a teenager or whatever. Um, and so I had Rokinen's World, which like introduced me to that series, and I got City of Illusions, and there's another one that I'm blanking on its title. But right now, I got to figure out. I got to play the game just a little bit at least. I think we go this way. You do screenplays. I've read some screenplays for sure. It's not something I've like invested very much time into, but I'm not, completely out of it with that. All right. I mean, we've got the drone part, so might as well hack something. Hack their evasion. Possibly one-shot them if the flak hits. That's a bad bet. It's like 40% chance it happens then, right? But I think that's still fine to do. I mean, I'm sure there's like a ton of crossover with Star Trek. I mean, I was raised on a Next Generation, um, but I don't know the new stuff very well at all. I saw Enterprise and the first season of Discovery, and I haven't seen any movies that have come out in the last like 20 years. Um, yeah, I feel like the direction it's gone in has been less appealing to me. But I'm sure there's still probably some good content for it. Oh, good job, Flack. You did it. Oh, another store. That's fun. So I definitely got to plan out these jumps here. Yeah, I mean, I've always read a bit in general and done like sci-fi and fantasy. Um, but sci-fi has always grabbed me the most. So I get 4 jumps before the store if there's a way to map that. I get 7 before the exit. That's 5. So I could definitely do that. Yeah, there's a way to make this work for sure. So I'm going to try to do that to get as much scrap as I can before the store. The original Stargate. Yeah, I didn't watch all of it, but I remember really liking what Stargate I saw. And there was a movie that came out, I feel like in the 90s that I saw. I mean, if you want to talk sci-fi, like what was like super influential or I love. Well, Brazil is an incredible movie. If you've never seen Brazil, I can't recommend that enough. Terry Gilliam. Fifth Element was like the best thing ever. Also, I was like, I'd have to look up what year Fifth Element came out. I was pretty young, and I got to skip school to go see it with my dad and his friend. And it was like, I'd never seen a movie anything like it before, and I was like so in love with it. And then my wife, the first time we like hung out when we knew each other earlier, we had been friends, but like when we hung out again and started, being together, I showed her Fifth Element that first time, and she loved the movie too. It's definitely like a movie that is important to me. Oh, the movie for Stargate was before the TV show? Yeah, I kind of thought so. I remember the movie the most, and I remember I really liked the movie. And then, some like really impossible video game for Sega Genesis or something. But that's, par for the course. While we had an Atari, the main games I played on, the only game I was successful on that was I had a Cookie Monster game on the Atari that had a Cookie Monster controller. It was like a cookie-shaped controller for the game. So that was pretty bitchin'. So I'm gonna throw the win streak by just like reminiscing about nostalgia. So instead of doing that, I might hack something. Let's hack weapons. Can we get a crew kill here? Is that possible? This seems like a foolhardy exploit, I'll be honest. Oh, my shields aren't up in time. Yeah, I'm doing all kinds of... Well, here, so I gotta hack that immediately. So, whatever, I'm covering for myself in that way, then. Just do all these things. Probably should have done the evasion. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so other than playing, Cookie Monster on the Atari and watching, the impossibilities of the E.T. game and Star Wars game, Sega Genesis was my first, gaming system that I was into. Oh, see you like this name. Thanks for coming by, as always. So we can go up around this way. Probably that soon. I mean, I do want to get cloaking, that's true. So I'll probably just save for the store. The Mega Drive. Yeah, I had the 32X expansion thing for it, which not a lot of people had. And had Sonic 3D, which was janky isometric 3D and stuff. What do we do here? I mean, we probably do a piloting one. And then just use the mind control to mess with repairs. But also, I always grew up with a lot of computer stuff because my dad was a big computer guy. He actually, he was originally, he trained as a painter for like oil painting and stuff. But then, you know, to like have a job more, he got into doing like airbrushing for like advertising and marketing stuff, and then pivoted into doing stuff on the computer as it came out. But now he mostly does coding stuff now, and like app design, you know, like the visual side of coding, interface design or whatever. But so we always, you know, he always had like a really good computer, and like I'd get free pirated games from his techie friends and stuff. So that was pretty cool. So that works pretty good. Mind control the NG. I'm really glad I still have Zoltan Shield right now, because Iron Bomb is so gross. Oh, we dodged it. Look at that. We got training. Oh, Iron Bomb, you're the best. No, JK, you still suck. Alright, let's get out of here. So close. Okay, we didn't take damage though, at least. You're gonna go out. Oh, fire in here too. Whoops. Just let my mantis burn. Actually, let's do this. Open everything and then vent that. Coleco Telstar. Cool. I feel like that's something I've heard of, because I've like read up about old consoles some, and you know, like random times. And there's some real interesting ones out there. It was a crazy time. Prize fighters again. Ooh, home pong machine. Nice. Yeah, built-in games and stuff, yeah. That's cool. Their weapons kind of suck, let's be honest. They have a med bay though. It's just so hard to like want to crew kill stuff when it's like I just have to, I don't have a good like laser. Just like I just have the halberd. I'm like, well, I might as well just swipe and kill them then, like whatever. And I'm just going to keep using drum parts because I can. I mean, I guess here I can kind of play it different since their weapons are so bad. I can just like shoot this at them. Hope it hits. Make them fight in the what you call it? Hacked room. Wow, I'm that lucky. I just fire flak and hit the room I want through 2 shields. That's like a little too lucky. Come on. Hey, Ray. Oh, okay. We got a crew kill there. One of them. I think I just wait now. I keep thinking I'm out of sun. I feel like there's so many suns in a row. I keep assuming I'm still out of sun. Actually, I guess I'm supposed to let him through and not just wait. Oh yeah, connected to the TV still. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think it. I didn't imagine it had like a big built-in screen. It would have been enormous then. And according to the chat about illegal activity, I'm quite certain that at those times I was not the liable party as a minor, and it's well past the statute of limitations. Also, this stream is for entertainment purposes only, so be advised to not trust anything I say. Ah, that's right. I'd let that other guy literally get the things to like the perfect point. I mean, I've got the health leeway, kind of. It's not what I want to do. Come on, Flack. This one's gonna hit. This one's gonna hit. It's gonna do it. Where is it? Oh, it was a miss. They must have more than level 1 engines. Well, this is unfortunate. Can I do it? Can I do the perfect double room swipe? I haven't actually tried this intentionally before. Yes, if you're trying to run, that doesn't matter. They don't want to be about here. Am I way too long? I don't know. This might work. So what is he? He's at 70. All right, did it. So the whole thing there is it's like, it does damage when they're in the tile. So if you get them to be in the tile just ahead, I guess if I angled this right, I could have done it even one more. Did I do it right by accident? No. I feel like there's a chance I could have done a triple there. I'll have to try that next time. But so that kind of like, speeds it up. Yeah, Lido would definitely work here, wouldn't it? I kind of forgot that I still had that going on. Yeah, do I just fire Lido on for a while? Because also, that's broken now. Well, let's see. Let me think about this for a second, because he's going to try and heal once he takes another hit, right? So I actually might try for just doing it with the flak again, because if I can get the flak, has a decent chance at landing in the room, and then that'll be the rest of his life right there. Also, it's like he's not going to heal or anything, at least. Just can't have the flak hit the wrong room. Ooh, so hopefully it's not that one, because that might be over the line. We'll have to see. All right, 37. That worked out. Took a little while, but that was satisfying to do that technique. That's something I'll have to look out for more. Because with a weapon like Halberd, it's like totally possible, and that opens up doing like a lot more damage to crew, especially to Mantis, because I think you can get the most hits on. And it's like, so yeah, if I thought about where they're going to man at the console there, I think I could have gotten a triple swipe, which would have been really effective because it would have been 30 more damage with no extra hull damage. But yeah, so I take one more jump, then go to the store, and then do 2 more jumps. I think it is. Then we're out of here. Actually, it might just be one more because I don't know if it can. That works out. So do 1, 2, 3, and then I think I just have to exit because of how these line up. But that's fine. I'd rather waste a jump than go to the store right now. Yeah. Attack the ship. So we probably get a crew kill here also. Their weapons are like very non-threatening. Well, it really depends what this bomb is, I guess. But no way to heal or anything. Let's play with these weapons. I'm still just going to do weapon stuff because I don't know what this bomb is, and bombs are scary. I think that's an ion bomb, right? It's slow. It's got to be an ion bomb. All right, perfect. That's what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. And so then I kill the NG. Should probably put my evasion up. Whatever. You don't need to fire. Yeah, I got so many missiles. I can definitely just shoot this. This flak stutter combo is like pretty goofy. Cool. I mean, I definitely used more missiles there than I needed to, but I was having fun. So clearly we pass up cloaking to buy a reloader, right? But we could probably buy a reloader somehow, right? We can sell some stuff here. Right, well, we buy cloaking. That's just like non-negotiable. Yes. Let's see. I mean, flak halberd is enough for flagship. I've done flagship with worse than this. And I just hold on to this then, I think, also, because that's helpful. More helpful than this in some ways, I guess. I sell the scarp recovery. I mean, it's like, ideally, I don't really want to have to hold on to either of these forever. I mean, I guess maybe I see more value. And I mean, this helps with Zoltan shields more, definitely. Buy like a couple repairs if I sell this also. Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal either way. All right, yeah. I definitely had to make that work. I'm I'm glad I didn't have to like sell the Lido also, because that would have felt bad going to be like, well, fine, I'll just do flat caliber with a reloader, because that would be tempting. But this definitely helps the halberd out. It's so slow. Oh, Badger, first jump flagship. Sector 6 is good too. I mean, it's not Sector 7, but Sector 6 is still pretty good. All right, distress. No. No spiders. Yeah, so we gotta waste a jump here. I mean, I guess I could dive. Get 3 jumps instead of the exit. I don't have a ton of fuel. Like, if I don't get fuel from those jumps, yeah, whatever, I don't need to do it. There you go. Yeah, I've got enough drone parts to make that worthwhile. That's such a weighted deal, especially at this point. Ooh, another store. All right, as store loving as I am, I will not go to a store with literally 0 scrap and then have to dive to get back. Burst Laser 3, baller. So I like rock controlled over pirate controlled in general, but I would like the option of these 2 sectors more than this sector alone. Is the only reason I'm going to go pirate over rock, because pirate's 1 to 2 stores, rock is 2 stores. Also, I guess I'm not as store dependent. I mean, I feel like they're both pretty bad-ish, like average, slightly below average scrap. I feel like this can have scarier fights sometimes with Zoltan shields. But we should be okay at this point with what we got going on. Yeah, so if that's the thing with score that's frustrating. It's like finding items and stuff is just bad, which is like a weird feeling. But yeah, I'm going pirate here just because then I have an option of sectors. So if I get like Zoltan sector or Rebel Stronghold, it's like I can go Rebel Stronghold. All right, let me see, what time is it? I think I got time for one more sector tonight. Shouldn't take too long, right? I'm pretty quick. All right. Weird sector map. Do I really want to do that? No, I can just go this way. It's like not too terrible. Definitely not great. Like, I'm not going to count on finding any stores, so it's good that we don't need them. Probably want hacking upgrade or weapons next. All right, here's a hazard. Ooh, hacking and drone control and a flak and a burst laser and an asteroid field. Oof. All right, I don't see offensive drones, although they might have a boarding drone or something, because this is only 3 drone power still. So what are we hacking? I mean, we have a huge volley against them. I mean, yes, that's most of their ship with 1 swipe. So I am like kind of scared of their weapons, but we have cloaking. See, I think we should do an evasion hack. It's the way to go. just running because I'm not going to be microing power right now. At least not to that extent. So this we can hopefully just eat along with the asteroids and not take damage. We'll have to see. Yeah, so they have a drone coming over now. Good thing we got some misses. Or wait, that might just be that drone. Not sure. But hopefully I sent a flak to hacking because I want to obviously swipe from weapons. So hopefully that does something. Yeah, the timing of the asteroid. I was worried that was going to happen. That's okay. We still did a lot to them. Alright, yeah, the hack stopped. I don't see it anywhere, so I can't tell if it was coming in on me. It's like somewhere in between or something. Do I mind control someone here? I'm not really doing anything yet. This thing is going to be annoying, but what are you going to do? I think we just hope we get lucky enough and don't turn a dodge in. Ooh. At least two of them hit us, but that's a lot of misses. I think we're okay. Well, this is coming in now, let's see. Alright. Not getting punished for being lazy with my micro. It's because it's a good ship. Alright, and then this should just kill him. We can be done with him. No surrender. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. The Zoltan shield is just, like, so strong. You know, just the way it delays the threat, the enemy, is just so incredible. It's just like, it has power in so many ways. It's a ridiculous augment. And like equally true for enemies having it, especially early game. It can be just like disgusting. Alright, a lot of shots here. You know, they'll probably charge up 4. Just do like a massive volley. Only 2 shields though. Still have plenty of drone parts. Can also do this actually. Alright, where am I at? Should have a shield up at least, I think. Alright. Didn't take any Zoltan shield damage. So I think we can wait and then mind control someone again. 2? No. Yeah, I mean, this probably isn't going to happen. But I don't usually dodge you, like with cloaking. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where this is happening. No, we don't need another Mantis that badly. Once we have 5 crew, it's like the value of additional crew that are the same race goes down a lot. Oh, see you, Guillotine Girl. Have a good night. All right, stretch. That's a good one. I've been, now that my child is in a daycare again, I've been working a lot more during the day, which is great, but like definitely not as used to it anymore. So I've been doing a lot more hunching over. Just considering if I should be buying hacking yet. I want to see like 2 jumps, I think. All right, it's a ship. That's whenever I see a sun, I'm like, well, hopefully it's the one with a ship at least. Look at these. We've been seeing a lot of like flak burst laser hacking. So that might be it for drones for them though. Hopefully they don't have another drone. So that's like pretty weak for drones actually. Yeah, I guess we just keep doing evasion. Should I do shields? I mean, not shields, weapons. Do I trust my ability to do damage enough there? Not really. Not like efficiently. So we will probably cloak this initial volley here, because we should be able to cloak both of them. Yeah, and then after we fire the flak also, so that works out really well. Timing is really nice on that. And I don't know if it would have worked without the reloader. Thank you, reloader. Took one there. And yeah, I think we just do this big swipe. Oh, that's bad surrender. And then sell the flak, but that won't get through our Zoltan shield at first, at least. We gotta put in the halberd. We took a damage. See, if I had left the breach in that room, this would be so much easier to deal with. Definitely would have been better playing that way. Yeah, I have a 3.5-year-old. I mean, it's a lot of things. There's a lot of great things about it. It's like incredibly difficult. it's also been, an incredibly difficult time to have a kid, I think, this last year, for sure. Um, and then, like, also being, like, self-employed, like my partner and I, we have our own business. That's just us. Uh, it's a lot. Um, but, it's also just, like, toddler time is difficult time, I would say. At least for us. But there's also a lot of really wonderful things about it. I don't want to be all negative. It's just been the last like couple of months have been a little exceptionally difficult again. But you know, overall, I would still say it's definitely been worthwhile, and I'm like excited to have them continue to grow. Yeah, I think we take the one more than the star. I said these connect so much. I forget what this quest is already. That was just like a lead them to their destination, I think, where they give you fuel. But it's been much better also already. Like, I took care of them when they were a baby for the first like year and a half for the most part. And then they did daycare for about a year. And then COVID happened. And so then they'd been out. We have a family member who's like immunocompromised. So they've been out of daycare for, over a year and just went back in a couple weeks ago. And so I've been able to like work again and stuff. And there's like more of a balance between things instead of like just doing childcare full time. Uh, through all this time, it's just been difficult. But so that's definitely better, being able to like do it part time and have them in daycare a couple days a week and then work some more. Has been a much better balance. Which one is this? Small research distress. Is this one? I feel like this is one, the wording is throwing me off here. Or it's an event I don't see as often. So, meme scrap, drone parts, tact. Oh, this one you can get 2 crew members, or yeah, you can lose a crew member. Alright, yeah, no, that's this one. So, that's not worthwhile. Absolutely not. Leave it alone. That's fine. I guess I could get one more jump in before the store. Not sure if I need to. Huh. Yeah. That's pretty good. Hey, Horizon Legend. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, 2 reloaders and a Zoltan shield. That's just like beautiful. I really hope I don't find another reloader, because then I'm going to be tempted to sell the Zoltan shield. Like, sure, a weapon would have been nice, but yeah. Oh, you've been doing this ship and struggling? Yeah, I mean, the big thing with this ship is you got to have something to deal with going into 2 shields. So like by sector 3, you got to either have like another weapon or hacking or something, because otherwise all of a sudden you'll go from like being pretty strong to just like having really bad fights. I mean, you really want hacking at some point. I got a free flak this run, which is just like one of the best weapons you can find to pair with it. Yeah, I mean, you have the Lido, but the Lido's construct, because they can have 2 shields and a buffer. So sometimes you hit it with a Lido and it still doesn't take down their 2 shields. Like, you can definitely make it work for sure. Like, the ship has a lot. But like when you're first, you know, that's for when you're like at a higher level. When you're first trying to win with a ship, like that's going to be really tough, I think, to rely on. So it's like early on, you really don't need to spend much scrap because you have the Zoltan shield and a good weapon. So instead, what you can do is like save up scrap so you have a chance to buy a weapon at a store earlier than you might, or buy hacking at a store earlier than you might. Because the Zoltan shield can often keep you safe in the earlier sectors, especially if you're playing on easy or normal, where the weapons will be a little weaker. Like it can keep you safe for like quite a while. So they're going to take the Zoltan shield down pretty quick here with the beam drone. Only 2 shields. Pretty good weapons, but we can cloak their first volley. Probably just do another evasion hack. Oh yeah, the defense drone too. Alright. Yeah, I'll have to put shields up like very soon. I'm just gonna do it now. Nice, got dodge. So actually I don't need to cloak this yet then. Big swipe up the middle. Nope, no surrender. Looking rough for them. Double reloader is so nice. Like this flak coming in so fast. $40 scrap. Alright, let me measure this out real quick and see how many jumps I have before the exit. Although, there's a chance I'll dive it. I feel like there's a bunch of jumps here that I might want to get. Yeah, 2 halberd beams. Yeah, if you got, like, that's where, if you got hacking and level 2 hacking to take 3 shields down to 0, like, then you'd be set. Because then you can totally build into beams as long as you keep up on drone parts. But otherwise, like, if you don't have something to, you know, a flak or some lasers or ions or anything, like whatever you can find, you're gonna have a tough time against 3 shields for sure. So I can get almost 3 it before this exit, but not really. But I can get 4 before this jump. Well, I'll see as I get through it what I want to do. Oh, borders, not very exciting. Mind control, and a battery. Whatever, everyone just run around in here. Bunch of humans. Actually, no, you stay, you go there. Fight each other. For borders, it just, like, you know, it makes all of them like your crew, so they'll defend the ship first, and then if the ship's defended, they'll repair stuff or put out fires or whatever, and if all those things are done, they'll just like go man a station until mind control ends. So sometimes they'll do funny things like if you fully defend the borders yourself and you mind control someone, they'll just like go man a station and let your crew fight there. So they do some kind of goofy things sometimes. And this guy, he finally busts out and he just runs right back in. AI gets a little confused sometimes. I'm not going to risk crew here, so we'll dock and take the hull damage possibly. Nope. Nice, we got a rock. It's one of the best crew we could find right now. Because give us a bunch of blue options we don't have. Oh, and they're pilot trained. That's perfect. I'd much rather have them on piloting than the Mantis. Alright, then we move the NG to doors because it's like a little more central. And because we don't have repairs, he's a little slower. And then the Mantis can like free reign. Although actually I guess... No, it's like about the same. It might be slightly closer to these rooms from there, but it's fine. Okay, so let's save positions. Alright, so I gotta figure out what I want to do here for jumps. So you can either do one and then the exit. Alright, well, yeah, I can't take that one anyways already, so that's probably just what I'll do. That's fine. Asteroid field, cloaking, and a big missile. That's fine. Nothing I can do at first. I just gotta wait for the cloak. And then figure out what I want to hack. Long cloak. Yeah, I think I just keep doing evasion. It's like I just can't bet on doing... I mean, here's our Zoltan shield already. But I can't bet on the flak hitting. Right, well, this works out with everything like coming in at the same time, I guess. Alright, good job, 89% chance. Dodge the big missile. Nice, that's what we took offline too. That's really good. And we definitely get another shot at them here because of the reloaders, right? Oh, well, we delayed because of this. Let me think about that for a second. What are we up to? Yeah, I think we can sneak one in still. So we'll find out. Yep. Nice. So these fights that keep looking scary are just like not a big deal because of the reloaders. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, the resilient shields hack there also is with level 1 hacking, it's not going to take down, like it might only take down one level of shields. And then like all my flak could miss. And so that's a big thing with win streaking specifically also, is like doing things that sometimes where like often you might take a little more damage, but you'll like guarantee an outcome, instead of like, you know, there's that 5% chance that if everything goes wrong, it'll be really bad. Win streaking is like all about getting rid of that. So sometimes you take things that will be like, well, it'll be slightly worse all the time, but you'll avoid the really bad situations. But when you're just trying to get wins, sometimes, you know, it's okay to play like a little riskier in some ways. At least I think so. When you're like first trying to get wins, I think that's totally fine to like, you know, you shouldn't play the same way as I do in all ways. Like you should definitely buy more power than I buy, and probably a little bit more defenses also. Zoltan or Rebel? I mean, the only thing I really want is a weapon. It's a ton of scrap in Rebel controlled. I mean, I'm doing pretty good on scrap. Because I like this has the green option here. Man, I'm obsessed with stores. I can't stop going to stores like crazy. Like, we got a pretty good defense against Zoltan shields with the double reloader flak 1, because that makes this like 6.5 seconds or something, somewhere around there, between 6.5 and 7 seconds, maybe slightly less. I don't know, somewhere in there. And so it's like you can get a lot of shots even with misses. And it's like even the halberd is like so much faster already. I think these are like probably around 11 seconds or so right now. A couple more, fractions of a second. So I think we can do the Zoltan controlled. Because I really want like a third weapon better than Lido if I can. So we just tear through everyone with the reloaders. But it is getting quite late for me now. Almost 2 a.m. So this is where I'm going to call it for the night. But this is I'm going to say this is a one run for sure. We got all our systems. We've got game-winning weapons. We've got awesome augments and a strong crew. We've got a bunch of scrap also, a ton of fuel, drone parts. So that's going to be that. Yep, good night, Badger, Rhino, Panhomo, everyone else coming out to stream. Let's see who we can find to raid. Good night, Horizon Legends. Thanks for coming by. And let's see, who can we raid? Let me get out of this first so I don't mess this up. We're all good here. Pause at the beginning of a sector. Main menu. So that's the good stuff there. Let's see. All right, yeah, I thought so. So Game Bunker, I've been seeing him on the Discord. He's doing a stream, so I think he's doing hard mode. He's just starting to get into it, so I feel like he'll be a good person to learn some stuff from. So let's go check out how he's doing there. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great week. I'll probably finish off this run tomorrow. Usually start between like 10 and 11 Eastern time. You know, sometimes a little bit later. So check that out. I've got stats and stuff in my profile, my personal website, and yeah. Oh yeah, he won 5. That's great. So yeah, that's awesome. We'll go check that out. Okay, so have a great night and good week. I'll check you next time.